The RAF has instructed its team to stop choosing white male pilots. Now, I personally think this is very racist in itself. Now, if you're going to choose people based on their skin colour or their ethnic background, then surely you're not choosing them based on their capability. So, what do you think of this?
Well, look, Sarah, I mean, to me, it's crystal clear, right? In Britain in 2023, we hear lots of in the way of diversity and inclusion, you know, the gospel of whackery and wokery over king and country. You know, next month, for example, for an entire month, every corporation, apart from those corporations that are operating in Saudi Arabia, by the way, but every corporation elsewhere in the West changes their logos and puts a rainbow wash over these logos, right? Now that movement these days is like, yay, sterilization of children. How progressive. Aren't we progressing forward? Equality. Woo! And I just think this is a farce, right? I have absolutely no time for the Pride movement, the current, what I would deem to be a bastardization of the pursuit of equality, because I think you put it well there. We've gone beyond seeking equality now. The balance of that scale, if we think of the scale of justice, right? The scale of justice, in my view, they're trying to get it to be unbalanced right now. Because what they're saying here in the RAF example, and by the way, in saying that people like me aren't real gays, right? I'm not a real gay because I happen to believe in biological sex. In the same way that white men aren't appropriate for the Royal Air Force, His Majesty's Air Force. I mean, if you consider that there have been controversy after controversy. In fact, someone senior, a lady very senior within the RAF resigned over the matter. So it's been going on for a wee while now. But white males to hit diversity targets. I mean, what would have happened in the Second World War if we'd said, oh, do you know what? Actually, we can't hire white men because, you know, white men are evil and, you know, slavery and, colonialism and all of these watchwords of the moment. I imagine Hitler would have just sort of put his feet up, rocked back in his chair and thought, hunky-dory, happy days. Never mind the Battle of Britain. Never mind Sir Winston Churchill. Britain's got rid of its white blokes. I mean, it's incredible. It's excruciating that boards of the RAF have been disbanded, Sarah, because they comprise of white men. It's really incredibly dangerous at a moment when we've got security officials saying that the world hasn't been more dangerous since the Cold War, when we were threatened with nuclear Armageddon, right? So I just think this is totally nuts. I don't understand what the Conservative Party is meant to be conserving, because right now, to me, it doesn't seem to be common sense that it's conserving if it doesn't intervene in this and tell the RAF, look, what you're doing right now is racism, plain and simple. Stop it, reverse it, because you wouldn't get away with it in any other setting, I'll tell you that much for free.